are remarkable people. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. Well, it is difficult for me to comprehend that half of my life has been in Mary Kay. I started with no children, and Bobby and I were just starting out in life. He is an assistant coach and me as a teacher. We were wrapping up our national area, and I asked Bobby to just watch the boys and keep them out of my office for a while. Sure enough, within minutes, I see two little faces peering in my office window while I'm on the phone. I tried to ignore them, but I couldn't do it. So I go to Bobby and I say, I thought you were watching them. And he said, I was. I told them to stay away from your office. And I said, well, okay, here's what you need to know. If you don't physically see them, they are by me. So I go back to the office only to see Drake sneaking back. And Isaac whispers, Drake, stop. Mom's winning a national championship. And I'm not embarrassed them. They were much smaller than this, of course. Leaving them was never easy for conferences or my meetings. I would just peel one's hands off my leg, and then the other would grab on. That's one thing about twins. Once Drake said, you don't have to go. And I said, you know what, honey, I really do. People are counting on me. And he said, but it's your choice. They get smart. But I'm a leader, and I said I would be there. So I did leave, but I was very teary. And today, in today's world, I think a few conferences ago, Mackie called me and said, hey, Mom, where are you? I'm home. And I went, honey, I'm in Atlanta or wherever I was. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's right. So it's changed from, I think now they're probably happy when I go sometimes. Our children have grown up watching their mom succeed, take their dad on world-class trips, surround them with amazing women that impact their lives, and there is no price for that. My life would look completely different without Mary Kay. We can take great trips today on our own, but we couldn't have arranged the Vienna Boys Choir to sing for us, or have had a private concert at Ephesus, which is exactly what Mary Kay did for the Nationals. Imagine walking into Ephesus, the amphitheater ahead, waiters in tux and tails and white gloves and all holding trays, and they're lined up. It is a moment for me I will remember forever. And it surprised me that my eyes welled with tears because Bobby looked at me and he's like, uh-oh, her eyes are welled with tears. But I don't know about your household, but in mine, no one applauds when I walk in the room, cook dinner, or say something incredibly inspirational, which happens quite often. I'm sure they're agreeing back there. But this was for something I did. And I had a friend once say that we are uncommon women and we have uncommon conversations, as he heard us saying, was that Vienna? No, it was when we were in Milan. Maybe it was Santorini. And he's like, who are you? Who are you people? One of my directors said to me, you have changed my life forever and my children's lives because I am a different mom than I would have been, all because of you. But I say because of Mary Kay, because of Nationals that have taught me and taught me and taught me and poured into me and taught me not just about Mary Kay, but about raising children, about having teens, that someday Mackie and I will be friends. I mean, she's a great girl, but she's 18. All because I signed an agreement. I did things when I was scared. I left my family when it was inconvenient. I went to my first seminar and I saw women speaking that I would have done anything to be like. And I remember thinking, they have incredible speechwriters. But only years later did I realize you don't write the speech, you have lived it. At my retreat, Jan Harris talked about raising her kids, building her life, and building her business. And after that retreat, my DIQ said, she called me and she said, I learned more in 24 hours than in 4 years and $100,000 later for law school. She had never had a class on how to blend her life along with being a great lawyer. And in this business, we do life together. The lessons learned the hard way. Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy, so stop comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's highlights. I was famous for that. I would see something like this and I'd be like, oh, look at it, she says such great things about her, her husband says such great things about her. Well, you guys, these are our highlights, so don't compare. When Mackie was a baby, I suddenly realized that I never felt good about me. And she was a little preemie baby, so it was a little difficult at the time, and I just turned a pink Cadillac, and we had just moved to Florida, so a lot was happening. I felt guilty if I wasn't with her, and when I was with her, I felt like I should be calling someone for my business. But these 5 words saved my life. Be present to the moment. And Taylor Swift, the wise woman, we're in country, right? Or country music, whatever. People throw rocks at things that shine is a Taylor Swift line. So guess what? You are shiny. So don't beat yourself up. The world's going to do it for free. I used to think this. Do. So I can have, and then I will be happy. But what I learned along the way, and Mary Kay taught it to me, is if I just be first, if I just be happy first, then I do the work, then I can have anything I want. So be first. Lesson learned. The year we went from 400,000 to 850 was the year I gave up. I actually gave up dying to do a million, because for years it eluded me, and I worked harder and harder with the same results versus just being and knowing that I had already won. I drove a free car. I loved what I do. I earned a great income, and I worked from home raising my children. I felt grateful versus so driven. This lesson really hit home when we did 1.1 million, because I had just come off stage and a consultant came up to me, and they have their camera, and I'm ready to go, sure, I'll take a picture with you. And she handed it to me and she said, will you take a picture of me with your husband? So I realized, you know what? 1.1 million won't be enough. I can never do enough until I was enough. It's okay. Until I was enough. So the lesson, don't overestimate the process and underestimate your influence, because you are enough. One of my favorite movies is Secretariat, because I have been that Secretariat mom, as I call her, that strong woman with people questioning her priorities. The night before the last race, Secretariat needs to win the Triple Crown. Her husband says to her, win or lose, you have taught our children what a real woman is and what it is to believe in yourself, and I never could have taught them any of those things. Later that night, she goes to the stable and she says to Secretariat, I realized something. I've already won. I made it here. I didn't quit. I've run my race, and now you run yours. I love you. May God bless your dreams.